All right, tonight's dinner is a delicious seasoned pork loin. It comes seasoned. This may be the easiest meal that I make, and by far one of the most delicious. I recommend the Smithfield brand roasted garlic and herb. So it calls for a 375 degree oven, which we have reached. So I'm going to go ahead and put that pork loin in. Tonight's side is going to be an angel hair pasta. Just goes so great together. Pork loin and angel hair pasta. And we'll do some kind of fruit for a side as well. I got my meat thermometer because pork loin, you want that to be 145 degrees internal temperature when you pull out. So I'm going to put the pork loin into my glass casserole dish. Like I said, it is already seasoned. You don't have to doctor it whatsoever. You just put it in your casserole dish, preheat that oven, and put it on in. Now, according to the cooking instructions, which is down here, for oven, preheat to 375, place on a rack in shallow roasting pan, roast 30 to 35 minutes per pound. Well, this particular pork loin is 1.7 pounds, so just about a pound and a half. So that first pound will be a half hour, and then another 15-20 minutes to finish it up. So we're looking at about 45 minutes with my oven cook time. So 6:55, probably 7 o'clock, full 45 minutes. Should be good to go, but we will check by using this meat thermometer. We want 145 degrees internal temperature. As soon as it hits that, you pull it out. And then when I have about 10 minutes of cook time left, I will make this angel hair pasta, which goes so well with that pork loin. All right, the pork loin has about 10 minutes left. So with those 10 minutes, I'm going to make my angel hair pasta, which is my pastaroni, angel hair pasta. So good, so easy to make. So you start with 2 tablespoons of butter, 1 1/3 cup of water, and 2/3 cup of milk. You put those 3 ingredients in your pot. So in a medium saucepan, bring those 3 items to a boil, then stir in the pasta and special seasonings. The pasta, that's just the noodles, that's what's in here. That's the seasoning packet, so those 2 ingredients will get added in once this starts boiling. So you got to watch closely on this, because when it starts boiling, it's going to rise very quickly, and if you don't catch it, it will boil over onto your stovetop and make a mess. So keep an eye on this. When it does start boiling, you can go ahead and lower the heat a little bit, maybe down to 5. I just got it set high just to get it boiling, because once you stir those 2 ingredients in, the pasta and the seasoning pack, you do reduce the heat to medium, and we're going to boil uncovered for about 5 minutes. Very easy. Then we'll let that stand for about 5 minutes when it's done. As well as the pork loin, we're going to let that rest about 5 minutes as well before we cut into it. All right, it didn't take long, just a couple of minutes. And you can see it's starting to boil. See, it's starting to rise. It rises pretty quickly. So I'm going to turn it down. Ooh. Turn it down to 5. That's about medium. I'm going to pour in my pasta. And I need to open the seasoning packet and pour that in. And we're going to, let's see what it says. Follow the directions. Let's see, reduce the heat, which we did. Boil uncovered for 4 to 5 minutes. until the pasta is tender. Sauce will be thin. Let it stand for about 5 minutes to thicken. All right, so I'm going to put these seasoning packet in, which is this, the entire contents, and I'm going to stir it frequently to keep them from sticking together or burning to the bottom of the pot. But I will show you the finished product when it's done. Okay, while the pasta is boiling, still has a few minutes for that to boil, I'm going to check the temperature of the pork loin. Let's see. And remember, it's already seasoned. You don't have to do anything with it. It is uncut, so you do have to cut it into slices. But I'm going to check the internal temperature. And that's just, you just stick that meat thermometer right in the center. Let's see where it goes to. We want 145 before it's done. So there's almost 140. All right, we got a little bit left. Maybe another 5, maybe 10 minutes with that. Just put it back in there. Make sure you use that oven mitt. You don't want to burn yourself. And this has a few minutes too. So we're looking at maybe 7:05-ish. We'll be eating. All right, 7:05. We got the pasta is done. I got the burner turned off, but it's still hot. So make sure you don't put anything on there. Now I'm going to let this sit for another 5 minutes to absorb that liquid. It's going to thicken up, and then it'll be ready to serve. I'm going to go ahead and pull the pork loin out. Make sure you use your oven mitt because this casserole dish is hot. Okay, so there's that. Let's check the temperature before we turn the oven off. Make sure we don't have to put it back in the oven. We want 145 before this is done. There we go. Look at that. Perfect. Actually hit 150. Perfect. So that is done. We're going to let that sit before we cut into it. Let that settle. Along with that, we'll be eating in 5 minutes. All right, it's been 5 minutes. I went ahead and sliced up the pork loin. And remember, it's already seasoned. I highly recommend this. You don't have to add anything to it. You just bake it for the recommended time. Just make sure that temperature reaches 145 internally. And slice it up. It's juicy. Oh, it's so good. And then the angel hair pasta. It absorbed that moisture, and look at that. It's ready. So ready. So I'm going to plate this. I'll show you the finished product. All right, there's the finished product. You got delicious seasoned pork loin, angel hair pasta. I do have a cup of fruit as well. This meal is $10 to $12 tops. So it's a very inexpensive, extremely easy, extremely delicious meal. I highly recommend this one.